Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2017, Sagittarius, and this is Manu Tarot. Sagittarius, let's start immediately with your reading. Before I continue, I would like to make a comment for those that understand me. If you don't understand what I'm trying to say, it's because the message is not for you. This is something very similar to Ogunda, Odbi, Ogunda. So you have an idea of what I'm bringing forward. Okay, we have Yemaya, we have Karma, and we have Oshumare. These three of them, what they're saying is technically that during this month, whatever you do or whatever you say, you're going to see the consequences ASAP, immediately. In other words, if you steal something, you're going to see the repercussions of that. So they're telling you, be aware that during this month, whatever you say, whatever you do, is going to be used against you. It's going to have consequences. It's going to affect you. It could be positive, it could be negative. It doesn't matter. If you do something great, you're going to be rewarded for that. But if you do something that is wrong, you are going to pay the consequences of that. And that's the message that is bringing forward, and they're letting you know. That's why it's a warning. Okay? And then we have here the Seven of Swords and the King of Swords. Two swords. And then we have Venus, Aquarius. Here. Let me see. Venus, Aquarius. You see? And then here we have Aquarius crown with Uranus and Saturn. And we have Aquarius, a big emphasis in Aquarius. And Aquarius is house number 11. Therefore, the emphasis is on your goals, your objectives, your desires. And not only that, it's also related with companionship, groups, societies, associations, people that associate with you, that support you, circle of friends, for example. Okay, this is about that, groups, societies, that kind of stuff. But again, people that are kind of a support network for you. Could be friends, childhood friends, anything. Okay, that's the big emphasis. Now we have here Saturn. Saturn loves to bring a little bit of sobriety to your life. It likes to be very sober, very realistic. So he's bringing this energy forward. We have Uranus. He's a free spirit. He loves to explore, loves adventure, loves freedom. And then Venus also loves to enjoy what life has to offer. But then Saturn is here to like, hold your horses. Don't do this. He's like, you're conscious. He's letting you know, be careful. Before you act, think, analyze, be pragmatic, be realistic, be practical. So in other words, what he's telling you, I'm going to give you an example. You have never cheated in your partner, your spouse, and you decide to do that this month. The tarot cards are telling you, don't do it, think twice, because you are going to see immediately the consequences of such action, and you might regret it at the end. Okay, that's what an example I can give you. Okay, this is what the tarot cards are talking about. Then we have to remember Saturn is related with the bones, and we have Uranus that is related with nerves, and then Venus, the spine, and lymphatic tissue. Therefore, we're talking about your spine, your back. So accidents that you might get hurt, your back, usually is the lower back, is emphasized during this month. So just be very, very, very careful during this month, okay? And sometimes there's nothing you can do because, you know, sometimes unexpected events. That's why you have to be very careful where you walk, etc. Also, you have to remember that diseases of the pelvic cavity. It could be even constipation. You might have constipation and it might reflect as lower back pain. You might have any kind of problem, any kind of disorder in the pelvic cavity related with intestines, reproductive organs, but it might reflect in the lower back. Keep that in mind. Therefore, go to a doctor to make sure that it's nothing serious. It's better to be, it's better to be 100% sure about something than being sorry later. Okay, those are, again, warning and advice, because that's what this reading is all about. And that's all I have for you, for generally speaking. But then here we have the rest of the reading, and for the month, the main topic is related with perseverance. It's about being constant, to persevere, to have the strength, the energy to control. It could mean control the beast, exactly what Saturn is saying. Control the beast, know how to control sexual desires, learn how to control the emotions, outbursts, and this kind of stuff, because it's well needed during this month. Otherwise, you might regret it. Okay, and that's what we have here. Okay, we have here the first week of the month, and this is the sun. This could mean many things depending the circumstances and obviously of the context of the cards. And then we have the sun, and notice that it's surrounded by a wall. The kid is surrounded by a wall, and it is a horse there. So this is about being very innocent, happy with your surroundings. This is about living in a bubble, technically speaking. You are happy, it represents happiness, but it's because you're living in a bubble. Nothing has been questioned, nothing has been threatened, you haven't been exposed to anything. So you're happy, and this month is, the first week is all about that, but it's making an emphasis about this bubble that you are in, the best way I can put it. And then by the second week is letting you know that things are going to start changing for you, and there is a grief process here. You are lamenting, there is lamentations, you're grieving the loss of something or someone, okay, because it's about this process that you're going to this month. So if you were in a bubble, let's put it like that, and you have a beautiful, perfect married life, let's put it like this, and you decide to cheat on your wife, your husband, your partner, well, like I said, there's going to be immediate results. So that bubble burst, and you're going to face the consequences, and you're going to start grieving the process of highly probable a divorce or separation. Okay? And that's how we can see it. Probably you have really amazing health, in parentheses. You probably thought that, having the lifestyle that you have, abusing your body the way you have been doing it throughout these years, but now it pays off, and you're going to see the results of that. And now your bubble burst, and you're facing the consequences of your decisions. Okay? Like I said, this could also mean the death of someone. We have Uranus Saturn. This is a very strong energy, and if it is not channeled in a positive way, then it might be talking about an accident. Okay? And the person might be, in your case, you might be grieving the consequences of this accident. It could mean that you probably cannot walk for now because you had an accident, and you're using a cane, a walker, or a wheelchair, whatever it is. Okay? That might be contemplated here, but the thing is that you are grieving the loss of something or someone. Okay? It could be a job you have a beautiful, perfect job, and then suddenly something happens and you're grieving the loss of that great job. Okay? Then by the third week, you start enacting, I'm gonna call it like that, you start building up defense mechanism. This is all about defense mechanism. So you start building up defense mechanism, and they're like different types. The question is that once you enact them, once you act upon them, you are going to be hurting anyone that is willing to help you, because you are on the defensive mode. But I don't blame you. You probably went through a painful experience from your perspective, and now you are defending yourself emotionally, psychologically. This is just a defense mechanism. By the last week of April, what we have is the results of your actions, and that's why they were giving you the warnings. Here we have the Empress. Let's say that you decide to, like I give the example, that you wanted to cheating on your spouse, and now let's say that you got an STD, and now as a consequence you have the STD affected you in such a way that you cannot bear child, you cannot procreate. That could be a consequence. And I'm going to the most extreme example, but it's just to give you an example so you understand the dynamic here. Because what here the tarot card is talking about is something that at the end wither, something that dies off, something that is not going to work. So we have to take under consideration all the possible outcomes. If you decide to go out and cheat on your wife, your husband, your partner, you might get an STD. That's what the tarot card technically are saying, and it might affect your reproductive organs some way, somehow. Okay, so it's telling you be careful on that. Don't do it if that's what you're planning to do. And my advice and warnings is reaching you, then keep that in mind. Okay, the same thing here. For example, we have the laws. So it could mean that this laws is going to affect you financially, economically, and that's why you are grieving at the same time. It could be the job, like I said. It could be the loss of someone, and it has an impact in the financial department, and that's why we have the Empress upside down, where things are not growing, everything is withering, everything is dying off. At least that's how you are going to see it. Okay, and that's all I have for you, my dear Sagittarius. Remember that this month topic, what is all about is that you are aware, you are advised, you are warned about this and that, but you have to be strong. Technically, this is what the tarot cards are telling you. You have to be strong, because at the end everything is going to come to an end. Nothing lasts forever. That's technically what the tarot cards are telling you at the same time. Okay, and that's what I have for you, until the next one.